Fuck. What's up, man? Let me take you for a little spin, man. Show you what it feel like.
I gotta go make these drop-offs.
Man, you think you're the only one out here working, B? Gotta make drop-offs too, B. Come on, man, get in, man. I ain't taking no for an answer, man.
Welcome to the No Cap Podcast. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for my listeners?
All right, what's up, y'all? I'm Amber, but I mainly go by 202 Wink or just Wink. That's the name of my YouTube channel, Wink 202 Productions.
Okay. And like you said, I met you on YouTube. You vlog. So can you tell me what made you want to start vlogging?
Well, actually, I've been wanting to start vlogging like since high school. Like when we first had like the regular app, the first iPod touches that had the little cameras. We was outside recording ourselves doing everything, but we never posted it on YouTube.
Right.
So as I got like a little older and stuff, and I was like, man, I really want to do this YouTube. Then I came across DJ Ghost, and he was doing the vlogs. I didn't even know he had any other channels. And I was like, dang, he was a regular hood nigga, you know?
Right.
So I'm like, man, if he could do that, I could do that, because people say I'm naturally funny anyway. So I'm like, all right, I want to show people what I be doing, even if it's like nothing, but you know.
And that's why I say, and it's definitely interesting, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I started a podcast. It's similar. I just felt like I wanted my voice to be heard. But like I said, like last night, I clicked on your channel and I watched literally all your videos. And it just it may seem simple, but it's dope content. Like it's a pair of shoes. Like we're gonna have to do another podcast. I got the Nikes with the black and white ones with the air on the side. I had just grabbed them too. I'm like, all right, she definitely got some definitely got some style. So like I said, we're gonna have to do another one in the future. So why don't you tell us a little bit about where you from?
All right, well, I'm from DC, Washington, DC, Northeast, but I kind of grew up not all over DC, but mainly Northeast, Northwest. Then we actually moved out to Maryland, but in Maryland, DC is across the street from me. I can go across the street and be in DC.
Right.
So,
okay.
That's what I'm for.
And can you tell me a little bit about DC? Cause I just like I'm a fan of Dave Chappelle, you know what I'm saying? He tells stories like DC really the hood, you know what I'm saying? But me I'm from Chicago, from what we see on TV, all we see is the White House, the Capitol building, the statues and shit. So can you tell me a little bit about how it was growing up in the DC area?
Okay, first off, DC is it's not just the White House. Like that's what they want y'all to see. But right outside of the White House, that's where it all goes down. Like, for instance, Capitol Hill. Some of Capitol Hill was in Southeast. Shootout Central. I'm sorry. You know, if y'all from Southeast, sorry, but that's Shootout Central. I try not to go there because every time I go there, it's some type of shootout. So, but as far as growing up in DC, I mean, to me, every hood is the same. So you got your drug addicts and you got people that's working men and women, and you have it all mixed. As far as me growing up, I'm not ashamed to say it. I had a parent addicted to drugs, not no more. And the way that affected me is what you see on my channel, how I talk and where I'm at. In my videos, you see I'm in the hood most of the time. Not that I don't consider where I live at now the hood, but people still tell me I live in the hood, but I'm like, oh, I guess so.
Yeah. But, and that's one thing I want to say too, from last night watching your videos, taking notes, and I'm just thinking like your vlog is like the no cap vlog version. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to give it to people like raw and uncut, you know what I'm saying, real. And just listening to how you talk and what you talk about, I definitely got the no cap vibe from you. So that's another reason I want to have you on the show. So I appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So how long have you been posting content to YouTube, and what made you take that step to actually buy the camera and start the channel and actually post to YouTube?
Well, at first, okay, so I started YouTube technically 3 years ago. If you go like to my first 2 videos of my mom cursing me out, that's all real. And I was like, I'm gonna keep making my mom mad and having her curse me out, but I didn't keep
were those originally posted to YouTube, or did you record them somewhere else and then put them on YouTube?
They were originally recorded on Snapchat, I believe.
Okay.
And then I just said, I'm gonna put this on YouTube because the shade and Instagram. I put it on Instagram in the shade room like that. And I was like, let me
okay.
I was like, okay, let me just keep going then, because people thought it was funny anyways. So after that, I posted two. Then I said, okay, let me try to get into mukbangs because I was watching people eat a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
that is addicting. So I tried to do that, but I deleted it and I said, I'm gonna just leave it alone for a minute. But then as I was working at Walmart, I started seeing the little GoPros come in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, let me look those up. So I looked those up, but I never went into it. But somebody tried to steal one, side story. Somebody tried to steal one and they got caught and they kept it in this room and I kept asking about it. But either way,
So is that actually what you record with? Because I was actually looking at GoPros.
yep, I record with a GoPro Hero 8. The 9 is out. It got a front screen.
Okay, okay.
But
And I ain't even gonna lie, I was finna cut some corners too, cause on Amazon they got some 4K ones for like $50. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I try to cut corners and I always end up paying for it. You know what I'm saying? Like with cause I don't got no background in none of this shit. Like none of the computer shit, the recording shit, none of that shit. It's just I actually was watching I like YouTube from the jump, and I was watching a guy. His name is Random Frank P. He do like PC reviews and shit. And I always watch his channel. And one day he backed up from his like studio, and all it was a table and a light. Whole time I'm thinking he in the whole studio. It's a corner in his room. It's a table and a light. And I was like, ever since
yep,
then, I was like, I'm gone.
yep. And
So,
that's what it be. It be simple setups.
mm-hmm. So with that being said, what made you choose to post your content to YouTube instead of Facebook or TikTok or what? It's plenty other social media platforms. What made you choose YouTube?
Well, because I'm on YouTube all the time anyway. I go
Mm,
to YouTube for even when I'm at work to figure stuff out. So
yeah.
I said I might as well use YouTube because on Facebook that's just friends and family, and they
Mm-hmm.
either not gonna pay attention or it ain't
Right.
the same.
It's more personal.
hmm
Okay. So with that being said, we're gonna segue a little bit into current events. You know what I'm saying? With you being in DC and with the state of the world that that's going on right now, just tell me a little bit, how has it been with the COVID-19 pandemic and now with the vaccine rolling out, with you being in DC and all that? Is it something that they are pushing on y'all? Is it something that you guys have access to now, or is it just like the rest of the nation?
Yes, we have access to the vaccines. I know I definitely do. I got offered it today, and my uncle went and took it today as well.
Yeah.
So as far as COVID though, they are enforcing the mask, and everyone's trying to be safe. But
Did you go take your vaccine shot?
no, I did not, and no, I will not.
Why is that?
Because I don't trust it. I already seen videos with people having weird reactions, face stuck to the side. One lady who was a nurse made a video about it. It just came out after they just said, "Oh, it's going to take a year to get viewed or released or whatever." Then they came with it that fast. No, thank you.
So do you believe that COVID-19, do you think the media is like overhyping it? Do you think it's as, cause like I recently had a baby, so I've been in and out the hospital a lot. So it's not like on the news you see people like in the hallways and all that goof ass shit, and it's not really like that up here. So up there, is it like people like standing in line and food bank lines and stuff like that, or do you think the media is maybe overhyping it a little bit?
People are definitely in the food bank lines and the church lines and everything. I do see that. I also see people standing in line. No, that's to get tested though.
Uh
But
huh.
it's what you see on TV, how they treating it and everything.
Yeah.
But and now
So
they're saying we're two masks.
okay, and so with the new administration coming in, I remember you telling me they sent you home from work when the attack on the Capitol happened. So tell me a little bit about that. Was it like I don't know how old you were when 9/11 happened, but they was everybody running the hallways, everybody sent us home. Was it similar to that, or did you know what was going on initially?
Initially, I didn't know what was going on. I was on Twitter and I was seeing like little stuff, but I was like, "What is that? I'm not about to pay attention." But then my supervisor came to me and was like, "Yeah, they're really doing that whatever at the Capitol. We want you to go home because we know you live in DC." And I was like, "Okay." Then I actually looked on social media, and it was really that bad. Like
Mm-hmm.
even the
Yeah.
stores were shutting down and having people go home early.
Yeah, it was
Walmart.
definitely bad. I ain't never seen no white people crawling on no walls like that. Oh, shorty. So, with you being in the DC area, have you ever personally partaken in any protest or anything like that since you're so close to the Capitol? I know a lot of protests and stuff going on, not just Black Lives Matters and what the stuff been going on recently, but just gun violence and all type of stuff because the Capitol building right there. So have you ever participated in anything like that?
Well, I partially participated in the Black Lives Matter movement over the
Mm-hmm.
summer. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't even really, well, I knew what was going on, but I was riding in the that vlog I got riding on my uncle's motorcycle. That was during that.
Mm-hmm.
And we was just going through and we started seeing cars and trucks with the signs and everything. So we rode down the street, put our little fists up, and then we went our separate ways. But I never like officially, I still haven't been to Black Lives Matter Plaza. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't even know they had a plaza.
Yeah, they wrote it on like around the time that was happening. They
Uh-huh.
had it Mayor Muriel Bowser had it spray painted on the streets. Of course, people tried to mess it up and do all
Right.
types of stuff to it. So
Yeah,
I've
that's
yet to
another
even see.
thing I was finna ask you. And then with another thing with you being so close to the nation's capital, do you see a lot of, like, for instance, when you was at that protest, did you see any Trump supporters, or was there any clashes with supporters or anything like that? Or was the attack on the Capitol the first time you seen something like that?
The attack on the Capitol was the first time I've like seen something like that. Like I've probably seen like I saw videos of the Black Lives Matter protests when the
Mm-hmm.
police was hitting people with rubber bullets, but
Mm-hmm.
never like up front saw it.
So was there looting going on in DC after the George Floyd thing happened?
Yes, it was.
Okay, and how was
Yes,
that?
it was.
Was it like, because in Chicago it was straight lawlessness. Like anything you want, you could do for like 48 hours. Like
Yep, that's
police
what
was
they was
just
doing.
driving past, all that shit. Like it was crazy.
Well, we didn't have 48 hours, but that first night when everybody started going, man, they cleaned the Apple stores out.
Yeah.
They cleaned the clothing stores out. We got a clothing store called Sabiato.
Hmm.
Cleaned that out. Like they did their little thing.
Okay, so this is a no cap podcast. So I'm gonna ask you, did you partake in any of them activities?
No, but I was trying to buy. Was definitely
Okay.
trying to buy.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you feel about, what I'm saying, the initial right? I wouldn't even call it no right. I wouldn't even call it looting, because my personal take on it is niggas was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas was really, like, it was like po people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing people going in groceries. I went in the grocery store and it was people with, older women with grocery carts putting food in their grocery carts. You know what I'm saying? So I had a totally different view on the whole situation. So just an overall view on it. What did you what was your overall view on it?
As far as the rioting goes and the looting, I just think, to be honest, they looted. They had to get their frustration out. They should have not. They should have did it towards the cops. I seen in some places they was like setting the police stations and stuff on fire.
Yeah.
You should have kind of took that towards that and not mess up like the grocery stores and stuff, because we're gonna have to eat in a few days, y'all. And they boarding up walls and closing
Mm.
stuff down. But
Right. Yeah. And I definitely understand what you're saying about that. And part of that too all depends on where you living at, you know what I'm saying, necessarily. Because in the inner city of Chicago, you know what I'm saying, we've had boarded up buildings and vacant lots since they rioted when King died. So, you know,
wow,
it to me it's all shit to me. But moving along, like I said, it was a couple of topics, you know what I'm saying, that we've been bouncing around. You know what I'm saying, we're gonna have to do uh a lot more things, if you don't mind coming back on. But
definitely.
switching on to Trump was on his way out the White House. He pardoned um a few people, and I heard that one of the people we finna talk about, R. Kelly, tried to put his bid in. So, what's your views on R. Kelly?
As far as R. Kelly goes, I still got 2 or 3 songs on my playlist. I'm not gonna lie, but even now when I come across them, I might just turn them off because I'm like, damn, now it do sound like he talking about a child.
Yeah.
But at the same time, okay, I know technically he manipulated them girls. If they was under the age 16, they thinking he got money. But once he found out, or once they found out how he was treating them, hey, they chose to stay. Sorry. Like,
And some of them
now
cases, it
you're
seemed
saying
like the parents was involved too. So it's definitely a fucked up situation. And I'm definitely the first person that's gonna be like, you innocent until proven guilty. But it's just hard, like you said, it's hard to, you know what I'm saying, listening to his music. Cause like me, when I listen to music, I vibe with it, you know what I'm saying? And not to say that I necessarily believe everything a motherfucker say on a record, but you know what I'm saying, you gotta feel something, you know what I'm saying? And if I feel like you was talking about a child, you know what I'm saying, like you saying, I can't vibe with it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm definitely the first person to say you innocent till you proven guilty, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he got a lot of evidence going against him.
Did you see the sex tape?
I seen it like when it was old. Like I probably seen it when it was actually on tape. So I haven't seen it recently. So you seen it? Is it? I heard people say like it's his brother or some shit.
That's him.
Yeah.
That is R. Kelly.
And then the feds say they got plenty more tapes, you know what I'm saying? And you know the feds, like they conviction rate like 85%, like they don't lose, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't come for you unless they got you. And he got like fed cases and like he got fed cases and then he got like state cases in like 3-4 different states. So it's definitely not looking good for him, you know what I'm saying? It's like he had to beat, ain't like Michael Jackson had to beat one case, you know what I'm saying? He had to be like 5 cases in 5 different states and a fed case. So it's definitely not looking good for him.
Nope.
And before we get off that, what's your just quick views on Trump pardoning Kodak and Lil Wayne?
I mean, at least he did it. I guess he pardoned them. That's good for them. But they was looking like straight coons going for him though. Like, wasn't
I didn't even
Lil
know
Wayne like a
Kodak was
part of
going
that?
for Trump.
Was he?
I didn't even know that. I didn't know.
Well, my bad, Kodak, if he wasn't. But I know Lil Wayne was for sure, and that just
I know
made
that.
me
Yeah.
look at him like super whack. So I'm like,
Yeah. But I mean, but now seeing where it got him, you could see because he was facing 10 years in jail. So I mean,
well, yeah, if he planning to get out like that, then cool.
right. If that was always the plan, you know what I'm saying, I'm not mad at him. You know what I'm saying? That's something I'm gonna have to keep in the back of my playbook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Like, all right, if you got over on them, cool.
Oh, sure. So with what's your vision for Wink 202 Productions?
Well, I really want to start getting into a lot of more lanes. No, not a lot more lanes, but I want to start showing like a lot more raw stuff, if you know what I mean. For instance, when you asked me about growing up, I had an uncle who was schizophrenic and he ended up being homeless. And to this day, I have a connection with homeless people. On my own, I'll go out and do stuff for them. I never put it on camera, but I did want to get some interviews out so people could have a voice because somebody needs to hear it. I see channels with it, but I'm like, I just want to do that for my community.
Right. And that was another thing too. That's another reason why I started the No Cap podcast is because like not only do I wanted to get my voice heard, but like I see people like, you know what I'm saying, like you, like any of my other podcasts, my interview people, it'd be because I see them working on their own stuff, you know what I'm saying, and they don't necessarily get, or we don't necessarily get the media attention that I feel like we deserve. So I feel like whatever I can do to help each other out, you know what I'm saying, that's definitely what I do. And like I said, I clicked on your shit and it's like the no cap real life everyday version because none of your shit cap. I'm sure you be on there talking your truth. So I definitely think that's dope. So with that being said, with the more lanes, as far as other than the homeless, doing the more interviews with the homeless people, what can we expect in 2021 that's different?
In 2021, y'all might can expect a music video.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you do
not.
music?
Yeah, well, my man, shout out to Mad Dog, OTMM, but
Yo,
he got his own music going on. He got his mixtape, he got his rap thing going on. And Outside of this, I do product photography and a little bit of videography, which helps with my GoPro when I put the cinematography in my vlogs.
Right. Yeah.
So we was talking, and I was like, let me shoot a video, one of your videos, and he support me, I support him. So he's the music that you always hear majority in the background.
Okay. We
So you can
definitely
expect that.
gonna have to network. You know what I'm saying? I tried the little beat making thing, and we got a
Oh, definitely.
couple artists and shit, man. We're gonna have to network on that, man.
Definitely.
So with that being said, what made you, do you have any background in the video? Cause like I said, I probably watched all your videos. So, and I seen your growth, you know what I'm saying? Just from the first videos to now the videos having the little comedy clips and shit in them. So do you have a background in videography, or is that just, I just had to go on YouTube and learn how to do this, do that?
Um, well, I didn't really I have a background in IT. So that's what I do for like regular work, IT. So I always mess around with videos and stuff like that. But even growing up with just social media, I was always editing my pictures and we was always just doing stuff. So I just looked on YouTube a little bit too. I ain't gonna lie, I looked on YouTube, looked up what I needed, how to do some stuff, and I just went at it.
Okay. But as I said, you got talent. You know what I'm saying? That's how I said I see the progression. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So
I
what
appreciate
if you don't mind me asking, what software do you use to edit your content?
I use iMovie either on my laptop or on my phone,
Oh, you're an
but it's
Apple.
easier on the phone. So
Okay. So I'm an Android guy, so I'm totally Windows, all that. So that's why I say your shit definitely dope. And that's why I say I got music if you want to use it for your content, music for your
oh
background
yes,
videos, any of that shit.
I appreciate that so much. Please, you can send that my way.
You're welcome. I'll send you all the links to that, and then just put my name small print in the description and say I did the music. That's all I need.
I got you.
But like that's why I said, so if you don't mind, you know what I'm saying, I would I would like to have you on as a recurring guest, you know what I'm saying, because like I said, you got the no cap vlog version, and there's plenty more topics that we ain't had time to touch on today that I think the people would like to hear your opinion on. I think that you will have a good no cap opinion on. So if you don't mind, I'd like to have you on as a recurring guest so we can.
Definitely, yes. I would love to come back on here and chop it up with you because it
Okay.
seems like we got a similar mindset.
Yeah, and I'm definitely gonna make sure let the people know, all the people know where they can find you on social media, everything. I'll make sure I put everything in the description of this podcast so they can hit you up too.
All right, you got I got two Instagrams, Wink 202 Production. Let me get it right for you though, because
Okay.
it's some underscores in there. All right. All right, so you got Wink 202 underscore Productions,
Okay.
and then you got underscore Wink 202,
Okay.
and then my YouTube, which is Wink 202 Productions as well.
And then is the YouTube, is the my bad, is the Instagram also just your vlogging content, or is it more personal?
202 Wink is personal, and Wink 202 Productions, it was just my photography, but I'm in the midst of changing it over to like my Wink 202 YouTube content.
Okay. So I definitely appreciate you for coming on the show. Like I said, I'm gonna have you back real soon. We're gonna have some topics set up. We're gonna hit them hard, no cap style, and we're gonna give the people what they want, man.
All right, that's a bet. Thank you for having me on here.
All right, no problem.